Hello and welcome everybody. It's Rose Smith here from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me today. I'm here with the lovely Leo August horoscope. Well, it's a bit of an interesting month because we have this very unusual thing called a yod, or the finger of God, and it's pointing to your money area. So you might be being called to get more creative, more spiritual with your money supply, like where's the money coming from and how do you actually use it. The other news is that there's no new retrogrades, there's no eclipses, so that's good. We can all move forward. Okay, just briefly, what I like to do is draw two cards as theme cards for the month for you. And then we'll have a look at your horoscope in depth. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, let's go to the board and have a look at these cards first before we come to your horoscope. Jupiter did go retrograde on the 28th of July, if you're watching this in August actually. So things could slow down a bit here in your area of, it's called the House of the Higher Mind. So it's to do with study, researching, sometimes travel, sometimes foreign connections with other people. But because it's gone retrograde, things could slow down a little bit this month because of that. It'll probably be retrograde for a couple of months actually. Okay, alrighty, so let's have a look at the cards first and see what comes out. So the first card is the first half of the month. If you're new, you won't know that. Okay, I'm going to go with the one on top. Closing my eyes now. First half of the month. I keep seeing this in my mind's eye, this yod, the finger of God, and it's pointed here at the new moon, okay, a new money supply or new money coming from somewhere perhaps. Okay, the card that comes up is the Seven of Cups. There's a fair few challenges for you this month, and it's a matter of you asserting yourself and saying no. In some area of your life, there could be some conflict, but you can avoid the conflict if you're very clear right at the start. So somebody's going to ask you something. I'm wondering if it's a family member and you're not happy about it, and it is a matter of saying no. Okay, they want you to do something and you just have to be upfront about it. Okay, Seven of Cups, but you can avoid arguments by being clear cut right at the start. Okay, second half of the month. Let's see what. Oh, that one's come out, and here you are. In your home, and there's a lot of kindness and generosity, something about children also. It could also be your inner child. In what way does your inner child need spoiling? Maybe you need to spoil yourself. It could be time, but this can also mean socializing, having groups over to your home, friends and associates or family members, entertaining, and something about your home. I mean, it is your sanctuary, but it even becomes more than that. It's like the warmth and the affection, that comes out of your home, and you're responsible for that. And being a Leo, of course, you're very warm and generous. Okay, so Ten of Cups, all about your emotions. Okay, let's make this a little bit bigger and you can see it better, hopefully. I'll put that up like that. And we're going to put these cards on the side to remind us, because often it comes up. It is a Mars heavy month, August, so there is the potential for arguments anyway, irritability, impatience, slips and trips, falls and spoils, because there's so much going on with Mars, and there's a few hard aspects there too that I'll talk about. But you'll notice here, your chart, you have a lot happening up the top here, so it's quite public. Be careful what you share on social media. Be careful what you say, because people will read between the lines. Even if you don't say it, they'll read between the lines and they'll be thinking about your personal life. Okay, so that's the first thing. But there's also a lot here over on the eastern side of the chart, which is about your independence. So I'm calling it an independent but public chart, okay? It could be the things that go out, you don't mean them to go out into the world, but they do. So just watch that. The other thing to note, which is very unusual, is that there's actually 3 T-squares here. And this doesn't often happen because it's involving Uranus, Mars, and also Chiron. So it doesn't often happen that you see 3 in a chart. I don't remember actually seeing 3 before. And this yod. So it's almost like, spiritually speaking, in August, dear Leos, you have a lot on. So it has been a bit of a theme in the last few readings I've done about the necessity to have time out, have time on your own, just get on with your own, what you want to do, but time to go within as well. And with so many different influences here, you've got a lot to manage, okay? Yods bring out creativity and spirituality, but they also present challenges. And then you've got these T-squares are definitely challenges as well. Challenges around your career or your reputation, perhaps. Challenges around your growing your life, making your life bigger. Travel, it's definitely, definitely, I won't say definitely, I'll withdraw that. I'll say probably not a good time to travel if you can manage it. Jupiter's probably giving you the idea that you want to travel, but with this T-square and Chiron, yeah, it could be difficult. There could be some sort of delay with it. It's not impossible, but could definitely be, awkward. You've got Venus here with Chiron and Pluto. And the focal point is Chiron. So Chiron is about the wounds of the past that we may have suffered. So it might have been some way you wanted to grow your life, but you couldn't develop yourself as you would have wished. Work could be involved here, or perhaps your health. Yeah, so a lot to manage. Okay. The other thing is that your ruler, the sun, does go into your second house, putting the spotlight very much on your finances, maybe your possessions as well, and the things that you value generally. And there's a new moon there, which brings a new start, a new beginning to your finances. Maybe I'm thinking you might be investing in something, okay, and looking at investments or something like that. All right, let's look at your horoscope now in depth. On the 31st of July to the 3rd of August, Mars conjuncts Uranus. This is a bit of a crazy type of energy. You might be feeling a bit headstrong. Do watch as far as any wild and daring activities that, you call a halt at a reasonable time, and don't go overboard. It's not really the time for sky diving or doing, things that got dangerous connotations to them. You could be feeling a bit impatient as well with Mars. It's like you have a stronger drive for freedom and independence, which is a good thing. But it is time to sort of take a deep breath before, you have some wild idea. Doesn't mean you can't do it. Just take a deep breath and think about it first, because you need some excitement in your life. 2nd of August to the 25th of August sees Mercury go into your second house of finances here. So many thoughts and discussions about your money, commercial transactions, and your material security. It's all about how you manage your resources, and it's a great time to talk to a financial planner or an accountant. Get your business affairs in order. 4th of August to the 8th of August, Mars trines the Moon. This gives you a lot of energy, emotional energy. You could be running on instinct at the moment, and you could be a bit impulsive. So again, just take a deep breath and have a think about it. But it's like, in a way, you could be a little bit more childlike, which is a good thing. And things like rock concerts and football games and things where you get, rah-rahed up might appeal to you now. 6th of August to the 9th of August, Mars squares Saturn. Do watch this one because you could be feeling a bit frustrated as well with this. It doesn't mean you can't do what you what you want to do, again, just take a deep breath. There could be some arguments with authority figures. I want to say older males too, just comes into my head, so just watch that. Sometimes you might feel a little bit overwhelmed or have a sense of struggle as well. So just be patient rather than thinking you can get everything done immediately. 12th of August is a full moon in Aquarius here in your 7th house of significant partnerships. It's also legalities or open enemies. Open enemies are the people that you don't get on with, that you already know about. And you might find that your important relationships need some attention, or maybe the moon is stirring up things in your subconscious about exes, ex-partners perhaps. The moon can also represent your mother or women in general. Sometimes there's a few arguments with women in general, and especially with this card here, the 7 of Cups can indicate arguments with women too. Okay, so that's on the 12th of August, the first half of the month. 10th of August to the 4th of September sees Venus go into your sign here. This is beautiful, creates a sense of harmony, peace. Maybe you want your home to be more beautiful and gracious than usual. And so you might set about doing something in your home, but it's more about you and maybe your body and the energy that you put off and people pick up around you. You're more likely to be affectionate and be quite charming at the moment. Maybe you don't feel like working that much, but that's okay. You're happy with what you're doing at that time. 10th of August to the 13th of August sees Mars sextiling Neptune. This is great for working with other people, particularly charities, for helping other people out and cooperating. You'll get things done. You'll find that you probably work better with other people than on your own at this time. And 10th of August to the 13th of August at the same time, though, there could be some very heated disputes and verbal battles with Mars squaring Mercury. So it's like, with some people you're going to get on like a house on fire, it'll be lovely, and other people there's going to be arguments. It might be the arguments get you to go in another direction to see somebody else, and that's where the beauty comes in from that person who can help you in some way rather than you helping them. Do watch for impatience and irritability as well. Again, it's probably this card here, the 7 of Cups. It's about you asserting yourself and saying no, it's just not going to happen because that's not what you want. 18th of August to the 21st, Mars sextiles your ascendant, and you can be very clear and above board with people now. And even if you don't agree with people, it's like when you put your case, it makes perfect sense. So it's like you come across quite confidently, so they accept whatever your reasons are for the way you feel or what you think. And they probably follow your lead now. You're probably in some sort of leadership role in some way. 18th of August to the 25th of March 2023. This is a very long time for Mars to be in your 11th house of friends, groups and connections. It's also hopes and dreams. And Mars brings a lot of energy and ambition. And so you might find that it's time for some new friends or some new groups. You want to join new groups to bring some sort of new energy in your life, something else that can sort of bring some excitement to your life. And hopes and dreams too. Maybe you want to make your hopes and dreams real in the physical world. Team sports and group efforts, it's a great time for these as well. And you could even play a leadership role in any groups that you become attached to. 21st of August through to the 22nd of September, your ruler, the Sun, jumps in here into the second house. And so money, possessions and practical matters are your focus now. If you are usually quite generous with your resources, you might find you're even more generous now than usual. And if you do have financial issues, you can see a light at the end of the tunnel. You'll become more definite or sort of get some insight into what you have to do to improve your finances if you need to do that. Okay, so the light's at the end of the tunnel. 24th of August to the 23rd of September sees Mercury move into your third house of communications. It's also promotions and marketing, siblings, your local area, and study. And so you could have some intellectual curiosity and mental restlessness when this happens, and you might flit from one activity to another or spend a lot of time chatting over the back fence to the neighbours. There seems to be more frequent outings in your local area as well, and it is a great time to take trips for business around, fairly close to home. 27th of August sees a new moon in Virgo, which puts it into this second house here. Again, new starts, new beginnings around your money, your possessions and personal belongings. And probably you're staying closer to home at this time as well. And you might be just going through doing some sort of update on your finances or on your paperwork, perhaps looking at your insurance or something like that. It can sometimes make people, want to go out and fritter money away on a whim or on things that have more emotional appeal than practical value. Alrighty, so that is your horoscope, lovely Leo. I hope you find it helpful. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that notification bell right now. Okay, have a wonderful month, everyone. I know you will. Yes, some challenges. I just feel like you'll have smoke coming out of your ears a few times. But as I said before, take a deep breath and think first before you put your mouth in gear, because there's some creative ways that you can go around problems or issues. Okay, so do watch for impatience. Okay, I'll see you all again soon. Thanks and have a great month. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.